First at 4:30, new developments are coming to the Castalia Heights community. Habitat for Humanity of Greater Memphis celebrates 40 years of service by building a dozen new homes. WREG's Quimitra Wilborn has the latest on this project.
I'm standing in what may be Habitat for Humanity of Greater Memphis's 600th build. In fact, it's one of 12 new homes that will be popping up in the Castalia Heights community.
I never thought I'd be buying a home, but it feels great.
For 2 years, LaTanya Kirkendall says she's been praying for the day she could finally call herself a homeowner. She says after hearing about Memphis Habitat's home buying program, she immediately applied.
I really wanted this one, and when I came, me and my 13-year-old, we stood here and we prayed for this particular house. And when I pulled off, I felt like God was going to give it to me, and he did.
Kirkendall is one of 12 families moving into the neighborhood through that same program. Officials say it's the largest single-site build since 2019. This build season also comes at a special time for Memphis Habitat. They're celebrating 40 years of helping families become home buyers.
So then you're changing the family's trajectory. Now you have savings, you have an emergency fund, you have the ability to provide things for your children and family that you might otherwise not be able to.
Magnolia Castalia Community Association President Carolyn Goodwin says with the neighborhood being saturated with renters, she's excited to see people buying back the community.
People who own their homes, they take care of them, and that's what people want. They want a safe place for their children to live and grow up in.
Reporting in Castalia Heights, Quimitra Wilborn, WREG, News Channel 3.
And
well, this is a good news story, a story that's very positive, and the fact that you got a lot of people out there that are homeless and they don't have no place to stay based on their income. It's to the point now where a lot of people is living in shelters. And it's to the point now you got people living in RVs now because they don't really have to pay for rent. But I'll support Habitat for Humanity. And if there's any way I can donate or help out, I would. And, you know, I think that God actually helped people who help themselves. And this is a good deed for the community to celebrate. They've been doing this for 40 years. 40 years helping other people. So they've been at that project about almost as long as I was alive. And my shout out goes out to that community organization. And tell me what you think about this, because the way how I see it, you know, you got like, just like they say in the news, the whole community is saturated with a lot of people renting and is not really taking into account anything. And you got some people that have been homeless for a long time, and they volunteer with the Habitat for Humanity and everything to help people to stay, and also help kids to stay and grow up in a decent home where they can get decent shelter from storms and everything. Because every time there's like a tornado or a hurricane, you know, I sometimes think back on the people who don't have shelters. They just stay outside in the cold when it's raining and when it's storming. I mean, some of the storms be dangerous. And you got people now that care more about themselves than others. And, you know, like I was told growing up, if you keep your fists clenched and not giving anything, what God end up doing is plowing your fingers and your fist up and force you to release what you have to other people. And if you give to other people, more likely God will bless you with things that you need. You'll be blessed with what you need and some of the stuff you desire. So shout out to the organization, and I hope they still keep growing stronger. But tell me what you think.